tonight's Patagonia yoga class is going to focus on legs. Strengthening legs, stretching out those legs, and hips and legs can be a muscle group where we store a lot of anxiety, where we get a lot of tightness. So we'll try and open that up, but hopefully it'll also be just a full body, really nice stretch as well. So we're going to start by coming into hero's pose. And so hero's pose, you'll be on your knees. So right away, if that's a little bit uncomfortable, you can, fold up your mat so that you have a little bit of support underneath your knees. You can also bring in a blanket or a pillow. So I'm just going to pull in just a real basic couch pillow to show you how you can use that as a prop too. And knees together, heels apart, hip width distance. Take your calves, especially if they're a little bit larger, muscular calves, pull them back towards your heels and maybe a little bit out so that you can settle your glutes down in between your heels. Now, if they are hovering, that's where just pulling in a block or just a little pillow for some support underneath those glutes can be really nice. And if this is uncomfortable, hero's pose is a lot on the knees, then bring that pillow underneath, over your heels rather, and draw your heels together. So that gives your knees a little bit more room. We're going to be holding this hero's pose through our pranayama or breath work tonight. So you want to make sure that you feel supported. So once you feel like you have something substantial underneath your glutes, your sit bones, close your eyes, take 3 breaths here. In and out through your nose. Notice if you have any congestion, maybe some seasonal allergies or getting in your head. And if so, find a Kleenex or something to clear out your nasal passage and then come back to this spot. All right. And then gently open your eyes. So you're going to lift up your right hand and you're going to drop down your pointer finger and your middle finger so that you're making a shape with the pinky, the ring finger, and the thumb out. We're going to use these to close off our nostrils for alternate nostril breathing, or nadi shodhana. So nadis, you might remember from previous classes, are the 2 energy lines that run up and down on either side of your spine. So the left and the right side of your brain. We talked about this in the energy clearing path. So we're going to use this. You're going to bring it in front of your face. So the palm points in. Exhale all of the air out. And then use your thumb to gently close one nostril. Take an inhale. Pause when you are full, gently close both nostrils, so ring finger is closing the other one. Then release your thumb and exhale. Exhaling through just one nostril. Pause on empty. Then begin your inhale again, breathing in through the thumb side nostril. Sit up nice and tall, full capacity. And then gently close both nostrils. Great nasally sound. Hold. Release your ring finger and exhale. Keeping the thumb gently compressing the other nostril. Once you're on empty, just pause briefly in that space of emptiness, kumbhaka, and then begin to breathe again. In through just the nostril on the ring finger side. Gently compress both nostrils, close, hold on the top. Kind of feel a little bit of buzzing, maybe some energy holding that breath in. Then release your thumb, exhale. Slowly inhale through the thumb nostril. Gently close both nostrils. Then release the ring finger. Exhale. Pause on empty. Draw your navel in. Begin your inhale. Fill up completely. Gently compress both nostrils. Hold. Release your thumb. Exhale. Hold on empty. So you're making a clean distinction between your inhale and your exhale. And then begin your inhale, keeping your thumb lifted. Gently compress both nostrils. Hold on the top. Release your ring finger. Exhale. At the bottom of your exhale this time, you're going to let your hand drop down. And now inhale through both nostrils. Fill up completely, hold on top. And then exhale through both nostrils. Keeping your spine nice and tall. Feel that weight drop down your spine into your pelvis, into the ground. Inhale through both nostrils. Pulling the breath across the back of your throat and down into your lungs. Filling up, up, up. Pause. And then exhale. Do that 3 more times on your own, keeping your inhale and your exhale an even length. Keeping your spine long, shoulders open, and hips rooted down. Last time, inhale. And exhale. And slowly roll forward onto all fours. You can move any props you might have been using out of the way, and then coming onto all fours, just make some gentle movements and notice what that breath was like for you and how maybe just those last 5 minutes really altered the way that you came into this class. Potentially balancing some of those logical thought processes with some of the emotional thought processes. Okay, we're going to try this music. All right. Starting to get into a little bit of a side stretch. I want you to extend your left leg back, rock forward and back. And then take that left leg, lift it up, and you're going to bring it over to the outside of your right. All right. From here, press into the left ball of your foot, roll forward and back, then begin to walk the left hand forward. So this is going to be a little bit of balance. So you walk your left hand over to the right side of your mat. So right hand, right knee, right toes are grounded down. Whee! And you're going to start to ground then through the left palm. Push your hips to the left side. So you're getting a nice side stretch. It's like you're a crescent moon if someone were to look down on you in plan view. You can relax your chin down to your chest. Focus your breath into your left lung, the left side ribs, the intercostal muscles, so those little muscles that connect between each rib. Take another inhale. And exhale. Slowly bring your left hand back under your left shoulder. Transition shoulders over wrists, and then take that left foot and bring it back in, knee under hip. Extend your right leg long. Rock forward and back, stretching your calf. All right, and then come forward, lift your right leg up, bring it to the outside of your left leg. So it can be just a little bit outside, or it can be a real big movement. That's going to determine how much you get into the top of your hip. Start to find your balance on your left hand, left knee. Walk your right arm forward first to start stretching the right side body, and then over to the left side of your mat. Drop your chin down towards your chest. Maybe even close your eyes if you can. And begin to breathe into the right side body. Stretching the space between each rib and feeling a really big stretch all the way from your right pinky down the outside line of your body to your right pinky toe. And then slowly come back, bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder, rock forward, uncross your right leg, and then bring that knee down. All right, we're going to move a little bit more now into some abdominal work. So draw your navel up and in to stabilize you here. Bring your left arm forward and right leg back. Navel in, take a deep breath in and out. Then inhale. As you exhale, sweep your left hand to your left side, right leg to the right side. Ooh, turn on that outer glute muscle. Keep your navel drawing in. Inhale, forward and back. So you pull everything into midline. Exhale out to the side. Inhale, midline. Left hand reaches forward, right leg reaches back. Exhale out. Inhale forward. Exhale out and hold. Bring your right foot down. Bring your left arm back forward and underneath your shoulder. So I'm going to switch directions. I'm mirroring you now. So you've got your right leg out. You want to plant that right foot down. So the whole foot is pressing down into the mat. You move the weight to the outside of your ankle and then drop down onto your forearms. Interlace your hands. Keep pressing that foot down into the mat. Maybe rock a little bit back. Getting a deep stretch into your groin. Stretching the outside of your ankle. Another inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back forward so your shoulders are over your elbows, and then come up onto your palms. Now slowly come all the way up. So your right leg stays planted and extended out to the side. Inhale your arms up. You want to make sure that you have a nice line, knee, hip, and then left arm. Make sure that you're grounding down so the outside edge of your foot is parallel, either with the side of your mat if you rotated, or if it's off to the side, that it's running parallel to the side of your mat. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, you're going to drop your right hand down and stretch over your right leg. So again, really feeling a stretch from that hip point up through the side body and over. If you have any discomfort in your shoulder as you make these arm extensions, notice if you're reaching out of the shoulder socket. And if so, you want to ground that arm back in. Almost like turning on your armpit, like integrating through your armpit, and then reach through your fingers. You'll feel your shoulder blade root down your back when you start to make that integration. And it won't shorten any of the length in the side body. On your next inhale, come up. So that was called gate opener pose. We're going to now drop our left hand down to the left side and move into a modified side plank. Walk those hands forward, or rather out to the side, and then lift your right leg up. Did that thing again where my pants matched the wall. Might be my favorite color. Hopefully I'm not too camouflaged tonight. Inhale, reach your right arm up, find that balance, and then you can stretch it overhead. Press through your lifted foot as though you were pressing it into a wall. And in fact, if you're a little bit wobbly, you can move this to the wall so that you are actually using a wall on the bottom of your foot. Inhale. If you want a little side plank action, you can crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. And exhale, crunch. And extend, rotate, and come back down into all fours. All right. Square yourself up, shoulders over wrists, knees under hips, and then we'll move to the second side. If you want to, you can keep your toes tucked for some stability. Inhale, extend your right arm forward, left leg back. The big inhale here, engage your core, draw your navel up, and then exhale out to the side. Right arm to the right side, left foot to the left side. Feel that glute muscle turn on. Inhale, forward. Exhale, sweep it out to the side. Trying to keep that foot hovering off the ground parallel with the plane of your hips. Inhale, forward. Exhale, out. Inhale, forward. And exhale, out. Drop the left foot now down to the left side. Bring your hand back forward and down. So hands underneath shoulders and then drop down to your forearms. Gaze down at your foot, press it down, move some weight to the outside of that ankle. As you stomp that foot down, doing that stretch, you'll also stretch up your leg to your shins. And then slowly rock a little bit forward and back, getting into that inner groin. Moving slow, letting yourself drop into the awareness of your body, just feeling the sensations, holding wherever there's a little bit of tightness, a place that you need to breathe into and to open. Breathe in and breathe out. Last time, inhale and exhale. Then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. If you extended that leg out pretty far, maybe walk it in so that you feel your right knee, your right hip start to align, and then slowly roll yourself up into our gate opener pose. So knee down on the mat, left leg extended out. Again, you want that foot parallel with the side of your mat. Inhale, arms up. And now extend your left arm out over your left leg and reach your right arm up overhead. So you want to be rotating externally in that arm. So that means palm is going to be down. All right. As you stretch overhead, keeping your knee grounded, notice if again you're pulling out of that shoulder, and see if you can plug the shoulder in. So I'm not sure how much this will translate, but I'll try demonstrating on the back side. So this is a lot of extension, and then drawing down, engaging. You can see my shoulder blade actually pull down my back. Serratus anterior on the side here is engaged, and then stretch from there. Breathe into that right side, right ribs. And inhale, slowly come up, both arms up. And then exhale, drop your right hand down. Lift your left leg up. All right, press down and walk your hand maybe a little bit more forward so that you've got wrist lining up with your shoulder, and then lifted arm over that. So you've got a nice perpendicular to the ground alignment going on. See if you can lift your back leg so it hovers parallel with the ground. Stay here, or maybe stretch that left arm overhead. Take a breath in. Stay here, or little side crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Bring that palm down. Pivot on your grounded knee and bring that leg down too. Coming back into all fours. Plant your hands down into the mat. Tuck your toes. Lift up into plank. And then bending your knees, press back to downward facing dog. All right, take a little pause here. Then I'm just gonna check in to see how this music situation is going. So if you wanna chime in, you can do it in chat. Oh, hey, Elise. Or with a little emoji if the sound is good with the music in the background. Everybody's yoga zoned out. All right. Could be louder here. The audio, Jane, or the music could be louder? Music, okay. All right. Okay, turn that up a little bit. All right, so now let's start to flow. Eventually, you're gonna want your strap somewhere nearby. Press your hands into the mat, lift your hips a little bit higher in your downward facing dog. Let your head release. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel your heels relax a little bit down towards the mat. One more inhale and exhale. And inhale, gaze forward. Exhale slowly. Make your way to the front of your mat, stepping, walking your way there. Feet can be a little bit wide if your hamstrings are tight, and come into a gentle forward fold. Relax the crown of your head down towards the mat. Maybe shake it out a little bit. Feel the weight of your head gently extend your spine long. On your next breath in, press into your shins, lift up halfway. Ground your feet down into the mat, extend your head forward. And then exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet hip width distance apart if they were wide. Inhale, press all the way up to standing, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center, rest your thumbs on your sternum. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold. When your hands come down, step, both feet back, coming into a plank position. Open up your left palm super wide, and you're going to take a side plank, dropping both heels to the left, bringing your right hand to your right hip. All right, from here, keeping your hip lifted, start to bend that right knee. Place your right hand on your right knee. Inhale. Exhale, guide that right knee forward. Come into a lunge. That was a fun transition and maybe a little bit new. So, if you want to see that again, from our side plank, you're going to bring the right knee up. lift up, and then exhale, guide that right foot forward. So you're rolling over that back foot, pivoting onto your toes. Plant both hands to frame the right foot, lower the left knee down. Press the top of your left foot down, and inhale, come into Anjaneyasana or a low lunge. Lift your gaze, keep your navel drawing in and your ribs stitched together as you reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, plant both hands down, tuck your back toes, and step back, lower all the way down to your belly. Lift your chest up, plant your left forearm across the front of your mat, and then you're gonna pivot it at a diagonal. So if you were looking at a clock face, it's pointing towards about 2 o'clock. Keep your legs extended long behind you, then bend your right leg. Reach back with your right hand and gently pull that heel down. So this is called half or Ardha Bahasana, frog pose. If you want to or need to, you can take that strap or scarf, belt, whatever you're using tonight, and you can lasso your right foot with that instrument, that prop. Pulling your heel in towards your glute. And if you need a little bit more leverage, you can move your hand to the inside, fingers around your toes, lotiony foot, and pivot your elbow up. That'll also start to open up a little bit more in the front of your shoulder. You can inhale, and exhale, slowly release. Both hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, activate your legs, inhale, press up, and back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Palms grounding down into the mat. Let the head release, your spine get nice and long. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. And then at the bottom of the 3rd breath, so where you have no air in your lungs, in that pause, you're going to transition to the front of your mat. So you can take little steps, you can take little hops. When you get to the front, inhale, press into your shins, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Arms sweep wide, inhale, come all the way up to standing, ground down through your feet. Exhale, hands come down to heart center, and then drop down. Inhale, open, circle them wide, and then exhale, fold. Step back into plank. Moving on to the second side, make sure your right palm is spread, fingers as wide as they'll go. And then drop both heels to the right side. Start to stack your hips. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Draw your left knee in. Maybe even start to lift your hips, kicking your knee up to the ceiling, and then guide that foot forward by the right palm, pivoting on that back foot. Lower your right knee down, press the top of your right foot down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Let your hips shift down, slightly forward. Keep pressing down through the back foot. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale. Maybe start to lift your gaze up to where the ceiling and the wall meets. Keep this left knee drawing in towards midline so your left foot stays planted. On your next exhale, bring both hands down to frame your left foot, tuck your back toes, and step back plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Untuck your toes, lift yourself up. This time, right arm comes down, forearm crosses, so fingertips are pointing towards 10 o'clock. Keep pressing that palm down. Extend your legs back behind you so they're hip width distance to start, and then bend the left foot. Reach around with the left hand, capture that foot, and draw your heel in towards your glute. Again, bring in any props that you might need to get that left foot within arms and prop reach. And if you want a little bit more, rotating your fingers around your toes, pressing down. You want to keep that knee drawing inward so that your knees stay hip width distance apart and the left knee doesn't go out to the left side. Again, breathe into any tight spots. And then slowly release that left foot. Breathe both palms down underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, activate your legs. Inhale, press up. You can always take a modification of knees down here. And then downward facing dog, keeping a gentle bend in your knees. Starting to feel some long, open side bodies from all the gate opener poses. Maybe a little bit of openness also in those legs. Inhale. Exhale all of the air out. Transition to the front of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, draw palms down through heart center. Then let them drop out, circle them around. Inhale, come back up, standing arms overhead. And then exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back into plank pose. So we're gonna build on this side plank. And if your wrists are feeling like not great, you can always come down into a forearm plank. Left arm will be the base strap, both heels to the left side. Right hand comes and guides your right hip to stack. Draw your knee in. This time, if you'd like to, take your peace fingers, so your pointer finger, middle finger, find your big toe. Press that foot up towards the ceiling, any amount, and then bring it forward, stomp it down to the right side. Lower your left knee down. So just like Anjaneyasana Asana, but we're gonna do something a little bit different this time, getting into our shoulders a little bit. This will help us at the end of class. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot, slide it back and underneath, and then come forward in your lunge. So it's like you're wearing your left leg, or your right leg rather, like the strap of a backpack. Again, you'll start to feel that inner groin, so I'll just demonstrate this from the front. In our lunge, right hand to the inside, and then slip it behind and to the other side of that left or right foot. Trying to get this up. Breathe here. And slowly start to straighten your right foot, shifting your hips back. Bring that right arm over and around, so now it's over the top. In your Ardha Hanumanasana, or half splits pose, pull your right toes back, ground your right heel down. If you want to bring this into a deeper hamstring stretch, you can start to slide that right foot forward, keeping your hands to frame your extended leg, maybe even walking them back towards your hips. You can also try just sliding it out a little bit. You don't have to go too far to just feel an opening in your hamstring. Also staying back here with your knee and your hip stacked is just fine. When you find that edge, that threshold, take 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Breath in and breath out. Slowly slide that right foot in if it was extended and press that foot down. Walk your hands forward. Step back to plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, press up. This time just coming into cobra pose. And then exhale down. Tuck your toes up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale all of the air out. Move yourself to the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And then exhale, draw them down through heart center. Pausing briefly, thumbs resting on your sternum. And then let your hands drop down. Circle them around. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Step back into plank. This time, right hand is the base. Press into that right palm, spread your fingers, drop both heels to the right. Left arm guides your left hip to stack. Bend your left knee. Peace fingers, find that big toe if you're taking this variation. Lift your hips up. You can start to move onto more of a flat right foot. And then extend your right leg, or left leg, rather, up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, start to move that forward. Coming into your lunge, lower your right knee down. Any way you get there tonight. And then left hand comes to the inside now of your left foot. Slide it back to the outside and up. So you can wear this left leg now as a backpack over your left shoulder. Letting yourself get low to the ground, using your hands to support your torso, maybe dropping your chest down. And then start to press yourself back up. Begin to straighten your left leg. Circle your left hand to the outside of your left leg and shift your hips back. Pull your left toes up. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Stay here or start to press that left heel forward any amount. If you're moving into a full Hanumanasana variation, then it's important to make sure that you maintain square hips and stability in your hips. So on this side, that means pulling your left femur head back in so that your hips stay square and they're not opening out to the side. So I like to always check myself when I do that on the inhale, just drawing in, re-square, and then exhale, press forward. Find that threshold, take 3 breaths in the depth of your pose tonight. In and breath out. Inhale and exhale. Last inhale. Exhale. Into your hands, inhale, start to slide the left leg back. Press the left foot down. Both hands frame your left foot, tuck your right toes and step back plank. Inhale, exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Hands under your shoulders, press your feet down. Inhale, rise up, cobra pose. Pull your chest through, draw your elbow tips back behind you towards your ribs. And then lower all the way down to the mat. Tuck your toes, inhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Instead of moving to the front of the mat, now we're going to start our flow from the back here. So inhale, lift your right leg up. Actually, left leg. Bring that foot down. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Bring it down to the middle of your mat. So we're moving into Virabhadrasana 3. Open hips. Pivot on the back mound of your foot so that foot is parallel with the back. And inhale, cartwheel open, Virabhadrasana 2. All right, you're gonna want your strap or belt. So just take that prop and let it drape over your front left leg. Extend your arms out. Decide whether or not you like chin in line with your chest or the gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Keep a nice deep lunge in that front leg. Inhale, come up, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. I want you to take elbow on top of knee for this first variation. And then bring your right arm up, pivot it so your thumb goes towards your back foot, and then just take a half bind. So you take the back of your hand and press it against your low back, pivoting your shoulder open. It's nice to move the gaze up towards the ceiling here so that you draw that shoulder back. Release that arm. Inhale, come up, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Now this time, we're gonna use our strap. So I want you to take this prop into the top arm, so the right arm. Move the prop so it's behind you, and then take that half bind like you did before. Now you'll notice if you look down between your legs, you're gonna see that prop. Goal is to get that prop with your left hand. So you're gonna slide your elbow off your knee, come down into your lunge, reach between your legs, and find that prop. Once you find a good hold on both sides, using your tricep now against the inside of that front leg, you're gonna start to pull your chest back. So this is a full bind. Draw your right shoulder head back. Gaze can be up, or you can relax your head down. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep a deep bend in that front knee. Ooh, lots of core work. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly release. Bring that prop down, plant your hands to the inside, and then to frame that left leg. Step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Move on to the next side. I'm just gonna rotate so I'm facing open to you. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward so it's between both hands. Pivot on the back leg. Heel lines up with the middle of your arch, and inhale, cartwheel open. Virabhadrasana 2. Again, take your prop, your strap, drape it over the hip crease. I'll also make sure that you have a nice deep lunge. You don't want it to just slide off. Send your arms out to hover. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Keeping a deep lunge, pulling and opening your side body. Inhale, come up. Exhale, extended side angle. Make sure you have a long side body here. Extend your left arm up straight towards the ceiling, and then rotate. So it's an internal rotation. Thumb comes towards the front, and then back toes. Bend your elbow. Press the back of your hand into your low back. Sometimes you can also reach around, find your hip crease. And then press and open, drawing your left shoulder head back. Keep a deep lunge. Relax your ear down to your shoulder or gaze up towards the ceiling, whatever helps you to stay more integrated and present in this pose. Fully release the hand. Inhale, press up, warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, extended side angle. And then reach down, find your prop. Bring it into your left hand. Prop behind you. And then bend your elbow. Bringing the back of your hand again to your low back. This time, see that prop dangling down between your legs. Reach down with your right hand and grab that prop. Walk your hands in so you choke up as much as feels good. And then pressing your tricep onto the inside of that leg, start to open up in your bind. So also, if you can get the bind like fingers to meet, sometimes you have to bend so far forward that it's really hard to open up and draw this left shoulder back. You're very collapsed. So if you've never tried it and you're like, I can do the full bind, just try how much it actually feels different with a little bit of length of the strap. Potentially even moving the side body off of your thigh, so you're using more core work to stay up. Another breath in and out. All right, slowly release the strap, let it drop down, pivot, bring both hands down, step back, press back, downward facing dog. We're gonna do one last balance pose here. Inhale, look forward, exhale all of the air out. Bend your knees and make your way to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Find your strap. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. So tonight's balance pose, we're going to work on that side plank variation and kind of rotate it around. Next week, we're going to do something similar to this, but have a different balance pose that incorporates a bind. All right, so for tonight's class, I'm going to have you hip width distance apart with your feet, strap, stand up nice and tall, ground down through your left foot, and reach your right leg up, bend that knee. So you're in one-legged tree pose or Tadasana. Now with the strap, you're going to reach down, bring it across the bottom of your foot. And then start by just bringing that strap up and supporting the weight of your leg a little bit. Now, if you feel a little bit out of whack, out of balance tonight, do more Nadi Shodhana breathing. No, I'm just kidding. You can take this pose and step back so that you're against a wall. So you have the support of the wall behind you. You're still doing just as much strength work, but you're taking out some of that stability, right? And then slowly building up to it. All right, with the strap still in both hands, notice if your right hip started to hike up, lower that down, and slowly start to straighten your foot so that it comes out. Using the strap, pull back, bringing that foot about to parallel with the ground. And if it doesn't get there tonight and you're like down here, it's just as much work. From here, what you're going to do is take both sides of the strap into your right hand. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Again, press through your standing legs, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, bend forward, hinging forward just slightly. That makes this rotation out to the side a little bit easier. Swing the leg out, bend your standing leg, and then press, coming up to standing. This is called big toe pose. Without the strap, you use your pointer finger and middle finger to lasso around your big toe like we did in side plank. Utthita, Hasta, Padahusthasana. All right. And slowly bend your standing leg. Bring it in, release the strap, and step it down. Putting your legs out wide, roll your hips like you got on a hula hoop, and roll it in the other direction. Shimmy it out, and then second side. So yeah, shaking out is also really good for just releasing anything in your nervous system. So, maybe even shake a foot, get a little bit loose, and then move to the second side. Shaking off that first side. Press down through your right leg, lift your left knee up. Take the strap, bring it across the bottom of your foot. So you want it to nestle on the top high point of your arch. And then use the strap to carry some of the weight of your leg. Lower your left hip down if it hiked up when you lift your leg up. And then start to press that foot forward. So one hand on either side of your strap. And then start to shift both sides of the strap into your left hand. Hinge forward at your hips, rotate that leg out to the side, and then press through your standing leg, come up, draw that right shoulder back. Utthita, Hasta, Padahusthasana, hand to big toe pose. Breathe in and breathe out. When we're inhale, and then exhale, bend your knee, rotate that foot back in, move the strap, and bring it down. Again, open your feet out wide, hand to your hips, roll it out. And then roll it out the second side. All right, heel toe your feet in. Inhale, reach your arms up, overhead. And then exhale, come to fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, press into your shins, lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold. Bend your knees, come down to your knees. And then wrap your toes out in front of you. You're going to keep your left leg extended. Bend your right knee. Draw it back, open out to the side, and then bring that heel in so that you're in Janu Shirshasana. Left leg is extended, right knee in, heel in towards the center of your pelvis. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left leg, and then you're going to use the strap last time. Lasso around your left foot. Take both sides of the strap with your right hand. And then as you press your left forearm into your extended leg, that can be up high, it can be down low, start to let the strap slip through so that you get a nice rainbow arc-like opening. Keep pressing the right hip down. So that's the hip of the bent leg. That's your anchor. Inhale into the right ribs, right side body. Exhale, start to walk your fingers down the strap. Pause. Inhale. Open up so that your chest rotates. That's what this bottom arm is here to do, help you get that rotation. And exhale. Relax your head down, take one more breath. And this time as you exhale, slowly release. Bring both hands to frame your extended leg and then fold forward. Maybe reaching for those toes or hands just down by your side. And inhale, slowly walk your hands in so you come to upright. Move that strap. And then we'll just switch sides. Extend your right leg out. Pull your left heel in. And so your hips are slightly open here. You're not squared off. So more of a Virabhadrasana 2, like hip placement. All right. Bring your right arm down to the inside of your right leg. Lasso around your right foot. Grab both sides of the strap with your left hand. And then as you start to press your right forearm into your leg, begin to open your left elbow up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Press down more through that left hip point. So again, the bent knee hip is your grounding point from here. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling, or you can let your ear drop to the shoulder. Try and pull your chest through the opening of your rainbowed arm. Exhale. Last time, take a deep breath in and out. Slowly release that left hand down. Move the right hand to the outside. Inhale. So you're squaring off over your extended leg, and then exhale, fold. Take a deep breath in and out. And slowly walk yourself up. Extend both legs long. And then lower yourself down to your back. Pull your shoulders together under your back. Palms up, and then exhale, rest your torso down. Let your toes drop out. Inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, see if you can relax your arms and your hands, letting your palms get heavy. Inhale. Exhale, can you relax your feet, your calves, your quads and hamstrings, letting your toes drop out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, feel your hips melt down into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, feel your shoulders drop back, your neck relax. The weight of your ears and your forehead drop back towards the mat. Letting your breath move in and out of your lungs freely, not constricting or elongating, just flowing in and out. Feeling all of that constriction and tightness float away. And then slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Draw your left knee up towards the ceiling, planting your left foot, and then right to follow. And then let both knees drop to one side and roll onto a fetal position. Gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Draw your hands together to heart center. Inhale your thumbs up to the space between your eyebrows. Be curious. Follow your bliss. Namaste.